Oi, sex workers are the most important people in the whole of our society. The most essential, the most underrated, and practically we are alive because of sex workers. Let me explain. Let me explain. For you people with a short attention span, I think that was a good introduction. I'm joking. If I have to be the type to reel your attention in every time somebody gave me an advice, bro, the first 30 seconds are important to reel people in. If I have to reel you in for 30 seconds, you're not my type of audience, bro. Go watch Mr. V Star. I'm not here trying to get audience retention. You understand? I'm just trying to like give you something different. And if you don't like it and 30 seconds is too much for you, go away, bro. Like, I don't want you as a viewer. You will be like one of those casual viewers who said he fell off. He fell off. The people that would love my work, I will never fall off. I will never fall off. Now, going back to our saviors, we should be worshiping sex workers and gigolos. Now, when I say sex workers, I'm also referring to male sex workers as well. We see you, King. We see you, King, doing your thing. We know how hard it is. Now, let me justify my reasoning for putting sex workers above anybody in society. They are above every single occupation. After sex workers are our mothers, the ones that look after you, assuming your mother does look after you and doing a good job, then that lady is second most important. But above all of them are the sex workers. I knew personally, a few sex workers. You might be thinking this guy is putting sex workers, OnlyFans models, models, all types of anybody involved in the sex work industry, right, above because he's probably a big fan. He probably used sex workers. I've only been to a brothel once, and for that time, bro, it was weird because you know when you get a girl, bro, and you know the girl is so into you, right? It's an easy mark. She loves you already. It turns me off. My brother is the same. Many people are the same. When you know the girl is easy to get, bro, like you're just gonna pipe when having sex is guaranteed, it actually turns me off. So that's why I don't go to brothel. But I assure you, picking up a girl and going to a brothel, it's the same thing, bro. So don't try to make this into a big thing. It's just personally, I like the fact that I may not get with a girl or I may. That the game with the dance, the little, I'm not sure, oh no. That's the cool part, bro, about having sex. That's what I like. You don't know if it's going to happen. You know it. If you know for sure, then it loses it loses. For me, bro, it's just not good. So I'm not lying to you. I just don't utilize sex workers. But I know that a lot of young men that are sex deprived, depressed, uh, Aladdin, SUIC, you know what I'm saying? Those men, the angry one, the one that feel like people hate them, they are volatile. These young men, right? The only thing that keeps them in check is pussy. Sometimes we have angry females too, so it's always not men. Like some of the hardest criminals I've met, which were not all the time, but some of them were women, bro. I met a girl. She was a hot ass criminal dog. Like I had to check myself and just remain silent in her presence, bro, because she's like crazy, crazy. The type to just pop off. Anyways, these young men and women that pop off, only one thing satisfies them. That's a good dick and a good pussy. So for guys, right, the angry ones, the ones that want to destroy the whole planet, if you give them a nice girl and some nice pussy, it will calm them down. I don't know if you can hear that. Shh. It's probably ruining my thing. But I'm gonna keep it short, bro. I don't want to drag this conversation on. Sex workers are the most important people. No one will ever change my mind. This isn't a joke. This isn't some sort of satire. I'm not trying what. No, I genuinely mean that, and I'm sincere, and I stand behind what I am saying. Sex workers are some of the best people in the world, and this is an encouragement to the OnlyFans model, to the hoes that go on these manosphere channels, to the ones that go and check in on brothels or private, whatever it is, whatever you do, bro, walk the street. Please keep us at peace. Keep these angry young men at bay. Keep throwing that whop at them. I would just ask that you charge a little bit less, because like some of them are broke and the times are hard. So it's probably best that you guys please protect us from the angry young men that will destroy the whole of society if they don't get any pussy. You are doing great jobs. It's not always just the young men. There are these old perverts as well that were type to make some of these OnlyFans models rich out of nowhere. I want you guys. I want you guys to be the first thing whenever somebody wakes up and smell the air and go, oh, look at that beautiful, oh, just beautiful, 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 what do you call it, air. When they are happy to be alive, I want the person to think about you first. When the person wins the lottery, I want them to think about the sex workers first. Shit. I said in my last video of this is a trap that I will never donate to charity. But if any sex worker ever, or a former sex worker is down on their luck, I will give you money for free. I don't want anything in advance. I am good. I am happy. I get women on my own, on my wants. I'm good, bro. I don't need to pay for that shit. But I will look out for you because just like the veterans, we should have some sort of a net for, safety net for former sex workers, just as we do for our veterans. Now, the veterans are probably thinking, why would you put us in the same box as these sex workers? Cause if you're a veteran, sit the fuck down, bro. I don't care if you fought for my country and I don't give a fuck. The sex workers come first before you. I don't care. I lost a mag trying to protect you and I don't care. The sex workers come first, bro. Going into the army is a choice. Nobody forces you unless you're in some what do you call Liberia, country like Liberia in Africa, and you get forced to be like a child soldier or some shit. I don't want to hear it, bro, from like some veteran acting like I served your country. I should have respect. You chose that shit, nigga. Sex workers, some of them choose this shit too, but it's admirable to me. It's acceptable. They should get a safety net, some sort of welfare check, just like you do. The sex workers with years to come will be the most important people. People will literally understand what I'm trying to say within 10 years. Because inventing new kind of succubus 3.5, 3,000, pocket pussy 9,000 is not going to be sufficient. There's something about intimacy, right, that you just can't get anywhere else. You could have the best robot. You can try to mimic the best sort of intimacy with that robot. Not the same, bro. Not the same. Some of the most manipulative, some of the best psychologists, the best therapists, forget the word I just say manipulative, but they could manipulate you. Our sex workers, they easily could manipulate you. I used to say nobody could fool me, bro, until I met a sex worker, cuz this bitch fooled me. I don't know how she did it, bro. That shit needs to be studied. But sex workers are some of the best therapists. They do everything all in one. When was the last time you got pussy from your therapist, nigga? When was the last time your psychologist had sex with you? I'm sure if they did, most of your problems would probably gone away by now. You're sitting there like, what's that guy, Mr. Roblox, Alex from Mr. Robot, the TV series. That's you. Most of y'all are that. You're Alex. Alex, is it Alex? I don't know what his name is, but I don't care. I don't watch Mr. Robot. But I feel like nobody will ever understand unless you've seen yourself how much these sex workers are influential in our society. There's a reason why sex sells, my nigga. There's a reason why. Sex workers are some of the most important people in the world. In the world. If the alien comes, or some sort of alien invasion, I would sacrifice myself because I'm not a sex worker. I'm not important. I will sacrifice the presidents. I will sacrifice children to protect our sex workers because they are the reasons why. I keep telling you this, and I will reiterate, reiterate, reiterate this point. Please protect our sex workers by all means, by any means necessary. If you know a sex worker, show them this video. Tell them, thank you, thank you, thank you for standing here with me. Your hand in friendship means so much to me. And tomorrow shall I see you, or some other angry young man. I'll try as you pass. Oh no, I'll smile as you pass by. And may the peace of money be with you. Ooh, ooh, ooh. One night under the Christmas tree, as I opened my presents, I realized I make it to Christmas every year. My birthday is always in Christmas too, so I get hype. And I just pray to Santa Maria. Not Mary, mother of Jesus, no. Santa Maria is a saint that I have made up myself, and the only saint that I pray to, the saint of prostitutes and sex workers. I was told by one of my friends who's a sex worker never to use that word prostitute, so I do apologize to all my sex workers. Please do not go on strike. We will take you seriously. Society will take you seriously when it realizes that its young men are out of control and the pussy that you guys throw at them is at a minimum. You see? Sex workers. Now, if there's a recession and there's a low number of sex workers, we will not survive that recession. We will not. If there's a natural disaster, please rescue the sex workers first. Everything I say is not a joke. The sex workers are the most important people in our whole society. Those people are so influential, are the reason why you are alive. They keep the angry young man at bay. Hey, if they gotta sell their pussy, if they gotta sell some pictures, girls, guys, if you gotta swing that dick to keep some of these crazy bitches in check too. If you are a slut, you too are important, but not as important as a sex worker, because some of you sluts have choices. The sex workers too does have choices, but they they are serving every day. Some of you sluts be taking off a day or two. You're not even in the conversation, but you are almost there. To all the sex workers, I sincerely, look at me, no joke, sincerely pray to Santa Maria, our sex worker saint, to look after you, to keep you in good health, and to keep you doing the good work. If I ever become a rich man, a really rich man, I will start an organization where former sex workers are looked after, similarly to how we looked after the veterans. And it would be at that point that people would know this man was not joking. If I want to leave any legacy in this world, it's an organization that looks after our sex workers because they've been through a lot, more than the veteran. They've been through a lot. They have to put up with men that don't even go in shape, the unhygienic one, the ones with weird social anxieties, the ones that you don't even see because they just with the grossest of men. And it's likewise the guys that do sex work have been with the grossest of girls. You think you can put up with that? Some of you won't even pipe a 5, bro. You can't talk. These people are going through it, trying to keep us alive. The reason I say sex workers are the most important people in the world is because the human body cares about fucking and eating, nothing else. And these ladies and men that are sex workers are fulfilling that part. Anyways, girls, I salute you. Keep doing the great work. I will, if I see a sex worker, I'll give you more words of encouragement. Oh, fuck the words of encouragement. I will give you money without anything in return. That's not, that's not a problem. But please, keep some of these crazy men and women, guys that are sex workers, keep these women, please, keep them at bay. Girls that are sex workers, keep these degenerate young men who don't get no pussy and may lash out and wipe us all out. I don't want another Martin O'Brien. I don't want another mass. Please use the superpower that is a WAP, that is your wet ass pussy, and keep these people in check for the rest of us. I love you. I love you. And may the world see how important you are. OnlyFans, sex workers, even those girls in Japan that will just be hugging men and look into their eyes for $20. I salute you. Those girls that go on date with guys just to throw them bone, I salute you. Every single person that is affectionate to another sex deprived, cave, dungeon, incel type of man who doesn't go out and cannot get anything else, I salute you. Please keep doing the good work. I will always keep the only saint. One day, I'll put the Saint Maria, the saint of what do I say, the saints of sex workers on my body as a tattoo. Then people will know it's not a joke. This guy, for a guy that doesn't use a prostitute or sex workers, sorry, it is a weird fascination and a weird appreciation. Don't you think? Don't you think? The last sex worker I was with was one of the boys' birthday, and one and last time. Brother, I didn't care if the boys wanted to go twice or three times. I had it. Cool. I got you boys, all right? But I just sat there and paid this woman to just talk to her. Not because I was lonely. I was just fascinated by them, bro. Because I tried that shit. It just didn't feel right. It didn't feel right. I tried to have sex with her. It didn't feel right. Because it deprived me, right, of uncertainty. I don't know. I want to be uncertain that I'm going to, when it's guaranteed it, the power is taken away, you know. But I just sat there and literally paid this girl to just talk and talk and talk. And it did help at that time. I was high off coke or some shit, bro. So it did help. I just sit there, talk and talk and talk. But it's not for me. Sex work is not for me. Don't think I'm praising them because I go and blow my money at the brothel. No, bro. I'm praising them because I've seen something other people don't see. And it is the importance of these sex workers that I come online and any person that in my life can see that I'm praising sex workers. I don't care, bro. It's the truth. That's how I really feel. Sex workers, you are on the top of my list of the most important people in society. And I appreciate you. I love you. And I will do whatever I can in this life to make sure people see that. Be proud of yourself. Be happy. You're doing a good job.